When I first came to New York, it was in the early 60s. I was 20. I went to this opening of this artist I didn't know, Tom Wesselmann, at the Sydney Janis Gallery. Tom was there, and I was introduced. And so very quickly I said, well, do you do portraits? And he said, well, yes. Would you pose nude? I said, yeah, fine, no problem. I do not recall that for the portraits he ever took photographs. You know, he would sort of turn around a lot. And this is what's interesting, in fact, with all the portraits he did. Should it be taken from behind the head or on the side? Or so some of the portraits are very close up. Some of them are a little bit withdrawn and give more space to the surroundings, the surroundings, which of course the surroundings are completely invented by him, piece by piece, that would be together like a puzzle. There was something, in a way, abstract in the way he would suddenly add in the canvas elements that came of his mind and not of the actual session. Well, he called me once and said, would you come back to the studio and do some sessions with a friend of mine who's a photographer? And I said, you know, I don't smoke. And he said, yes, I know you don't smoke, but this is what's interesting to me, is that, you know, then, you know, we can try and see what, you know, and so please have your nails done. So, because it was a mixture, of course, of my hands and the cigarette, you know, and we did it. And so he gave me some of the photographs, and he gave me also, to thank me for this hard work, a little cardboard, one of a piece of the big smoker, which I still keep and love. Oh, I remember he was obsessed by work. He was doing his own thing, and this is why, actually, I think his work is so different from everybody else. I mean, you can never confuse a Wesselmann with anything. It's just so personal and so direct in a way. It's like color talking to you. This is what I think was the most attractive thing to me in his work, is that there's something so direct. There was something very, how can I say, focused on the beauty of a piece of body. It was not only an ensemble, and in fact the paintings reflect that. And it's true about objects too, you know, the way that suddenly you focus on something and then you put all that together. I think in Wesselmann's work, there's sexuality everywhere. There's sexuality in the fruit, in the flowers. There's something that is almost brutal, because even if he paints a cigarette butt, there is something very sensuous about the cigarette, and then the little moment where there is the ash, and then there is suddenly something that is orange, and because it's fire, and then there's a smoke that's gray. These assemblage of colors, it's very sexy, even if it's just an object. The size of things, you know, these very big paintings where things are blown up are fascinating, even more than just the normal nudes, which I love too. They're beautiful, but there's something more interesting to me, and really where he goes very, very far in sexual attraction.